Well, we made it, guys. Saw the final chapter, or Saw 7, or Saw 3D, whichever one called. When you would think that they would release the third movie and call that one Saw 3D. But yeah, this movie has 3 titles. Don't get it. Anyway, my thoughts on Saw, the final chapter, or so it was. I mean, we have Jigsaw and Spiral out. So I don't know if this one's called the final chapter or not. Maybe it's any of one chapter in the beginning of the new one. Yeah. My thoughts on this movie. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's great or good. It's more of the same as the 6th one. Although I do think the 6th one might be slightly better. So what I like about this movie, I like the traps. They're pretty cool. I like some parts of the story. So the story takes place. So the story is about a guy named Bobby Dagan. Right? He claims to be a Jigsaw survivor, but however, he lied. And for him to prove his trust, he has to go through a series of challenges that were made by John Kramer. So I did like that part. I also like seeing Cary Elwes back in this movie. I also liked Hoffman. I mean, this guy's a killer. He killed like 8 people in this movie. So, he kills the police. He kills Joe Tuck. At the end of the movie, after he's burning all of the evidence because he's cracking under the pressure, 3 little piggies abduct him outside. I thought that was weird. So then one of the pig people unmasked himself, and it's Cary Elwes, Lawrence Gordon, the doctor in the first film. So it turns out that Lawrence Gordon is also another accomplice. So the couple things I didn't like about this movie. One, there's no substance. Just you have the story, which is the same thing as the 6th one, and you have a bunch of traps, and the gore is there. It's alright. But one thing that I really don't like is the accomplice theory. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense for John Kramer to have accomplices. Most serial killers, well, he's not really a serial killer, but he's a serial trapster. Most of them probably would not have accomplices, because an accomplice would rat you out. I didn't mind him and Amanda. That kind of made sense. Hoffman, alright. I feel like with Hoffman, they ran out of stories to tell after the 3rd one. I guess, but now Lawrence Gordon, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, Lawrence Gordon was kidnapped by John Kramer. You would think he would report him to the police. However, John Kramer did nurse Gordon back to health. Gave him a new leg. So maybe Gordon owed him one. But having 3 accomplices working underneath you, I think that's a little bit too risky for Kramer. I think he's too smart for that. So I don't like the accomplice theory. It's way too confusing. Right? The first 3 movies of this franchise, I could easily figure out, but 4, 5, 6, and 7, it becomes too much. So, Saw 7, Saw Final Chapter, Saw 3D. I'd probably give it a 6. The movie's okay. If you're a fan of the franchise, I think you'll like this movie. But it's also my least favorite. It's not a bad movie, but it's not like 1 and 2, 4 or 5. So I give it a 6 out of 10. And we've completed the original franchise. We've got 2 more, Jigsaw and Spiral. We'll see what those films are like. Those are more of the 2 modern day films. So will they be good? Will they be bad? I'm expecting Jigsaw to be a little bit darker. But I don't know. We did Saw Final Chapter. Like I said, 6 out of 10. The movie's okay. I like some of the stuff in it. I dislike some of the stuff in it. So it's a mixed bag. This has been your Saw the Final Chapter review.